Hi, third graders. We are going to start a Monarch report. So we are going to take everything that we have learned about the Monarch butterfly and put all of our information together to make a report. So remember, our report is going to be on the life cycle of the Monarch butterfly. So when you open your slides, you will find that you are going to be writing right in the slides that you have the chance to edit. So wherever you can click to add the text box, you're going to write. So it says, writing the introduction, step 1, list all the stages of the monarch butterfly. So you're actually going to type right in your slides. Remember, the first stage is egg. The second stage is larva. The third stage, we either call it the pupa or we can also call it the chrysalis stage. I know that's a little bit confusing, but the pupa is what's inside growing into the butterfly, and the chrysalis is what's around it. And so it's the same stage. And the last stage is the butterfly. And then remember, it starts all over. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to list all of the adjectives that you can come up with. Remember, adjectives are describing words. So it's fascinating, it's interesting, it's exciting, it's cool, awesome. Think of all the words that could describe what happened to our butterfly. Amazing. So you're going to use these adjectives to write your introduction paragraph. So the first thing we need to know is when we are writing a new paragraph, we start with a topic sentence. A topic sentence lets the reader know what the topic is. So we are going to tell the reader they are going to be learning about the monarch life cycle. We're going to use some of our adjectives that you came up with to write a topic sentence. Here's an example of some that I wrote. The monarch life cycle is fascinating. Or the 4 stages of the monarch life cycle are interesting. The life cycle of the monarch butterfly is amazing. Remember, when we start writing, new paragraphs are indented. An indent is a space between the side. It's a big space. On our keyboard, we use the tab button to make an indent, and we indent whenever we can. Remember that we are actually in distance learning not going to be writing in a notebook. We're actually going to be typing our rough draft up, and then you and I are going to be able to edit and revise together. All right? So what I want you to do now is I want you to add your topic sentence to your slides. Then what you're going to do is add 4 more sentences to your introduction about our topic. We're not going to skip a line, we're just going to type them. Each sentence should tell about one stage and use time order words. So if we think of time order words, that's words like first, then, oh, I typed then wrong, next, after that, okay, finally. So we're typing words that show the order, all right? So that's your time order words. Now here's an example of one that I've written in years past. So look at here. Here is the indent. Do you see this space right here? All right, you can see this huge space right here. At a new paragraph, this is called the indent, and we use the tab button to get that indent. All the other words line up down here. So here's an example. The monarch life cycle is fascinating. There are 4 stages in this amazing creature's life. It begins its life as an egg. Next, the egg hatches into a tiny larva. Later, the larva will create a protective chrysalis, and finally it will emerge into a beautiful butterfly. Now notice here, I have some yellow words. Those are the words I'm using for the monarch butterfly. So the butterfly, its creatures, and then I have these green words. Those are my describing words. Fascinating, amazing, tiny, protective, beautiful. That makes my writing more interesting. And then you also notice here is my next, finally, okay? It begins. Those are all time order words. Later. So you are going to come up with your own introduction. And what you will do is you will be typing it into Google Classroom. So What you're going to do is remember to add those describing words. When you can, use details about each stage and use other names. Don't always say the monarch. You could say the tiny little creature or the fascinating six-legged insect. We want to use interesting things like that. All right. So when you go into our Google Classroom, and I'm going to be closing all this stuff, I'm going to open a new window. And so when you go into our Google Classroom, what you will see under classwork is you will find the Monarch report here. And right here, you will open up a new document. All right, this will make a new document for you. And what you're going to do is you're going to begin typing here. Now remember, each document we want to have a title. Okay, so to make a title, right up here, I'm going to go to center align. That puts it in the middle. And I want to say, my butterfly report by Mrs. Rain. Then I'm going to enter to get to the next line. And I want to go back to the side over here. So that's left aligned. Now watch, I'm going to hit the tab button. This is my indent. This is where I'm going to start writing my report. So my topic sentence goes first. We are, let's see. Do you know about the fascinating butterfly? Oh, I better end with a question mark. Okay, do you know about the fascinating butterfly? The monarch butterfly, oh, look at it, it's adding words for me, has 4 stages. Now here's where I'm going to add all my words. The first stage is the egg. Ooh, I want to add a word. How do I add? I go back with my mouse and I click where I want to add. I want to say the tiny egg. Okay, then I want to click back over here. You see where I'm clicking? All right, then I'm going to keep typing my report. Now, when I want to go to a new line, okay, this is after my report's done, I just go to enter, okay? And then each time we're going to add in a new topic. So after we get done writing our egg, or our first paragraph, we're going to write the egg stage. And remember, we can put that in the middle. We highlight it, we go up here, put it in the middle, we can hit bold, we can even underline if we want. Now, when we go to the next line, if you start, oh, I don't want it in the middle, I want it left aligned. Each time I will use the tab button. Oh no, I don't want that. So I'm going to highlight here, get rid of bold and italicized. Oops, see, look at it unhighlighted. And get rid of bold and underlined. Why aren't you getting rid of underline? There we go. And then I'm just going to write my next one, which that's going to be tomorrow. So I just wanted to kind of show you how this document works. All right. So this right here, this is your font. Okay. You can always change your font. Just make sure you can read it yourself. This is the size of the font. 11 is a pretty good size. Bold, italicized, underline. This is how you change the color. Okay, over here, left align and center are the two that you will use the most. Okay, make sure you know how to highlight. Okay, and then that's when I highlight, that tells it, okay, I'm going to use this one and I can make this one bigger. When that's highlighted, notice none of this changed because it wasn't highlighted. So now if I want to do my name in cursive and make that bold and bigger, I can. All right. So know that you have to highlight the things after you type to change them. All right. I hope that helps you, and you will not turn this in until you are finished with your whole report. Otherwise, you won't be able to go back and edit it. All right. So today we're just writing the introduction. Tomorrow we'll write the egg, and then we'll go to the larva, to the chrysalis, and finally to the butterfly stage. And then our report will be all ready to revise and edit, which I will make another video to show you how to do that. All right, let's start that introduction.